Welcome to the Scottish Basketball Podcast. We post weekly episodes on the senior game in Scotland. You can join for free on Patreon, Spotify, and YouTube to receive a notification when new episodes are released. Access to the podcast episodes will always be free. You can make a contribution for yourself or for someone else as a gift through membership on Patreon. However small and infrequent, any contribution is very helpful and very much appreciated. You can get in touch with the podcast by sending us a message on Instagram or an email. If you like the content, share and send it to a friend who you think would like it too.
In this episode of Scots Around the World, I chat to Claire Paxton about her 5th season at the Essex Rebels in the WSLB, plus some quickfire questions about life and basketball. Claire is a 31-year-old 6'1" forward from the city of Edinburgh. She spent 4 years at Colorado Christian University before returning home in 2017 to sign with Caledonia Pride. She has since turned out for Leicester Riders, Durham Palatinates and Essex Rebels in Britain's top flight, carving out a reputation as a reliable scorer and rebounder across every stop. Away from the club game, Claire has represented Scotland with distinction on the international stage in 3x3 at the 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games, and will be looking to do the same in Glasgow this summer at the 2026 Games.
I'm delighted to welcome Claire to the podcast. Hi, Claire.
Hello there.
How are you getting on?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Good, thank you. Maybe just start off by giving us a brief overview of how this season's played out for you, results-wise. Maybe sort of start, middle, and end, and how you feel about the season record. Looking at it now, you're 10-5 in the league ahead of this weekend's regular season game, and obviously you made it to the trophy semi-finals.
Yeah, I mean, we came out firing at the start of the season. I think it's always interesting at the beginning of the season, like a lot of unknowns with... I feel a lot of teams had quite a lot of turnover of players and things. So, like, nobody really knows. Like, you can have a guess about who the personnel is, but, like, it's a bit more whoever shows up on the day kind of thing. But, yeah, we had a great start in the trophy run. Now, we've been very lucky to play Caledonia about 100 times this season already, and with it, as it stands, if we make it through, as the league stands, if we make it through to the playoff quarterfinals, we'll play them again. So I think that's always a fun matchup for me personally. But then also I think it's just a fun game generally. They've got us twice in the semi-finals, I think, for the trophy, I think, and then again for the quarterfinals in the cup, so it'd be nice to see them again in the playoffs. But I think we've done well. Kind of the ebbs and flows of the season. We've had a couple of tough games, but then come out the other side and had a really great game against like Newcastle a few weeks ago, for instance, and then happy to get a win against Sheffield and Caledonia at 2 points. So it's really just our last game of the season. Once we beat, if hoping we beat Manchester at the end of the season, we will have at least beat everyone once, which is nice. But yeah, really, really lovely group of girls, like all get along very well, enjoy playing together, which I think helps the process. If things haven't gone very well or whatever, it's never a bad atmosphere. It's more, okay, what now? Like, which helps a lot, I think, in a long season, like the longest basketball season in the world, I think, other than the NBA, of course.
You mentioned there about obviously other teams, just for yourselves and looking at your own group. Were there any specific new challenges coming into this season, and how did you feel like the team prepared for them over the summer?
I don't know if I would say we had challenges necessarily. Like, it's just every year different players with different strengths coming together is always, I wouldn't go as far as saying a challenge, but that's like something you have to work through and like learn how everybody plays and like how best play together, who plays well together, who like complements each other's strengths and whatnot. So we had a very different team this year to last year, and like every year the incoming people, aside from, I think there's four of us that have returned from last year, but other than that, all new people. So I think that's really it. A lot of learning at the beginning of the season, and then perfecting what you've learned as the season goes on, I suppose.
What's the strongest part of your game, do you think, and how did that complement this year's Rebels roster?
I suppose I think that the strongest part of my game is just shooting mostly. I think I'm an all right passer and kind of read the game quite well. So I think my role now, especially as I've gotten a little bit older, is more just helping everybody understand what they're doing. We play in a way that's quite free to make plays as you want, but it's like doing that within the system. There is a way which sometimes people find a little bit hard to grasp to begin with. I think I've been playing within this system for like 2-3 years now, so I think I've got a good understanding. So I think my biggest strength is really trying to get the best out of my teammates.
Yeah. What were you looking to improve most about your own game this season, and how did you want to go about that?
Don't know. I think obviously playing 3x3 in the summer is changes like the way I see the game. Obviously, when you play 3x3, there's so much space, and I'm like, wow, I can do layups and stuff. And then it gets 5-on-5. I'm like, nah, I'll just stand out here and shoot threes. But I think I got a little bit more confidence in my ability maybe to defend people one-on-one, which probably isn't my biggest strength, but I think it's sometimes just playing 3x3, you have no choice but to switch a lot, and you're switching onto like tiny little guards or whatever. So I've kind of tried to improve on that, I think.
What was your toughest moment as a group this season, and why? And how did you come through it?
I think we had a bit of a tough stretch. I can't actually remember if it was before or after Christmas. We played Newcastle away and kind of got pumped, to be honest. And then we also lost to Manchester away. I think they're relatively close to you. So, but we really have to like get a better grasp on playing away games. Like we have, I don't know the record off the top of my head, but we perform significantly better at home than we do away. I think that's something that we've had to improve on, and will have to improve on as we go into the playoffs, because more than likely we'll end up playing away in the semi-finals if we are to win in the quarterfinals. So yeah, I'm not sure. It's probably a work in progress, but I think we've shown improvement. Like we have won away games, of course, but I don't really know what the reason for it is, of course. but I think that'll be the key to us being successful towards the end of the season is finding a way to really compete when we travel.
This is an additional question. What do you think, if anything, makes Essex such a tough place for other teams to come? Like, why do you think your home record's as strong as it is?
That's a great question, actually. I don't know. I don't know if it's that it's a hard place to play, or we just play really well when we're like well rested and nice 4 o'clock tip, everything that's good. But I think we have a great support from the community, like get a decent crowd at all the games. I don't know if I should say this, but we have the same referees almost every week, but I don't know if that's in our favor, honestly. I don't know if it's in anyone's favor, and I probably shouldn't say that. So but it's always good to shoot and play on a court that you practice on every day. So I think that definitely helps us. I'm sure our shooting percentage is a lot better at home. I don't know, but I'm guessing it must be. Things just flow better. I think it's just being comfortable and like your routine and stuff before the game, and like it's much easier to just show up and do your job when you're not really thinking about anything else.
You've got 3 regular season games left. You've got obviously Leicester this weekend, Nottingham and Manchester. Maybe just talk us through the challenges each of those teams poses and what's your role going to be in each game to help Rebels secure 3 wins out of 3. Potentially, I think still second seed is available for you going into the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, so Leicester this weekend, it's kind of like a revenge match because obviously in the Bucks final, Loughborough beat us quite nicely. So I think we're going into that. There's a little bit more of what's the word? A little bit more not adrenaline. What's the word I'm looking for? Do you know what I'm trying to say? A little bit more motivation. That's it. A little bit more motivation behind that one. Obviously we've got pretty good grasp on the players and the scout of the team, so I think it'll be a really fun game. And then Nottingham, again, away game, so you never know what's going to happen. They've definitely improved a lot since we last played them, I think. They've had some close games, some wins against some teams, I'm not sure exactly who, so that'll be an interesting game. And again, playing away is a little bit trickier for us, but hopefully this is the time that we really do it properly. And then Manchester, last game, home game of the season. That's a juicy one, I think. That's one that we want to win a lot after the last time we played them. So I think they're a really fun team for us to play against. I think we have like a pretty nice matchup. Like we both have a good mix of like bigs and guards and the styles that I think it's that'll be a fun game to finish the season on, and a nice way if we win to roll into playoffs with some good confidence.
Have you, to this point, have you enjoyed the season, and do you think the season has been successful?
Yeah, I've enjoyed this season a lot. As I said earlier, the team are great. I really like the girls I'm playing with, both to play with and off the court. They're a really nice, really cool group of people. I would say yes, it's definitely been a successful season. Like, assuming, let's say we win the next 3 games, it's going to be the best record the Rebels franchise has ever finished with. So never had a home playoff draw. So definitely the most successful season yet.
Amazing. Right, let's go through some quick fire questions. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Neither. Afternoon.
Fair enough. Who is the most exciting young player in the league right now, and why?
So Irene from Manchester. I forget her last name. Just baller.
Who is the biggest inspiration in your life, and why?
My teammates. I think that's the reason I play, is for the people I play with.
As Rebels GM, if you could sign any player right now, who would it be?
Asia Wilson.
Would be a bad addition. Who's the biggest joker in the dressing room right now?
Probably Rima or Q, Lockett or Rima.
Who's been the best character in the changing room you've ever played with?
A lot of people to go through. I don't know. Pass. A lot too many to choose from.
What's your favorite moment in your basketball career so far, and why? And who was there?
Quick fire. That 3x3 at Commonwealth was pretty good moment, I would say. Yeah, I'll put that in there.
What annoys you the most about basketball?
Refs.
Always. What defines your game more, skill or power?
Skill.
What teammate, past or present, would you like to go on holiday with, And where are you going? And what type of holiday is it?
Teammate Cameron, Taylor Willis, Tia Freeman to, I don't know, somewhere nice. Anywhere warm with a beach.
What's one venue or arena that you'd love to play in that you haven't played in yet?
Murrayfield.
And finally, 1-on-1 in the last minute, do you take it yourself or do you wait for a teammate?
Do what I'm told. Whatever the coach says is what I'll do. Happy to take the last shot. Happy. Whatever wins the game.
Fair enough. Are you making the game-winning shot?
Yeah.
Good to
50% of the time.
Claire, thank you very, very much for your time. Best of luck this weekend. Best of luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you. Cheers.